Hello, students, teachers, parents, history nerds. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nutshelled History, where we lay out the facts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We are continuing our ancient history series by looking at Government of the Republic. Don't forget that there's a link for a fill-in-the-blank worksheet in the description. I just ask that you like and subscribe. Do it now, please. I apologize for any mispronunciations ahead of time. I do my best. The Roman Republic had a unique system of government. It has been a model for other governments, including our own. What were the principles of Roman government? Rome's system combined aristocratic, democratic, and monarchical forms of government. The main idea in Rome's system of government was the separation of powers. This meant different men had roles, so that none of them could become too powerful. Romans also divided power among the three branches of government: assemblies, the Senate, and the magistrates. The idea was that one branch could check, or stop, another branch from misusing its power. Another key element of Roman government was the rule of law. Even top officials had to obey the law. Who were the citizens of Rome? In Rome, free men were citizens of the Republic. Women and slaves were not citizens and had no direct role in government. Roman citizens had numerous rights, including the right to a trial and to vote. Citizens also had responsibilities, such as to pay taxes, to serve in the military, and to take part in court actions. Roman citizens were divided into two main groups. Patricians were the upper class of Roman society and the leaders of Rome's political, social, and economic life. Plebeians were the common people of Rome. What did the assemblies and Senate do? Assemblies of Roman citizens were the democratic part of Roman government. At assemblies, Roman citizens elected officials and passed laws. The power of the assemblies was checked by the powers of the Senate and of elected officials. The Senate was the most powerful part of the Roman government and worked like an oligarchy. It was made up of the wealthiest and best-known older Roman men. They were expected to guide the state using their superior knowledge. Senators ran foreign policy and decided how to spend the state's money. Who were the magistrates? The Romans also elected a number of powerful officials called magistrates. Magistrates were wealthy men whose ancestors had usually held high office. These high officials held great powers that made them almost like monarchs. In times of great emergency, the Roman Senate could vote to name a temporary dictator. One admired dictator was Cincinnatus, who left his farm to defeat Rome's enemies, then returned to his fields. How did the Romans set an example? The Roman Republic was the most successful and long-lasting republic until modern times. The writers of the U.S. Constitution knew a great deal about Roman government and followed the Roman example in many areas. Like Roman citizens, American citizens have the right to vote and stand for office. The United States government has three branches with separate powers, like the Roman Republic had. The United States also has checks and balances to limit the power of each branch. Unlike Rome, however, American women participate equally in the government. Slavery, which was practiced in Rome, has been illegal in the United States for over 150 years. Okay, let's recap. The Roman Republic had a clever government system that mixed aristocratic, democratic, and monarchical ideas like a political smoothie, all based on the separation of powers, so no one got too bossy. Power was shared among assemblies, the Senate, and magistrates, with each part able to check the others if someone tried to bend the rules, and even top officials had to follow the law. Free men were citizens with rights like voting and fair trials, plus responsibilities such as paying taxes, serving in the army, and showing up to court, while women and slaves were not citizens and had no direct role in government. Citizens were divided into patricians, the wealthy leaders, and plebeians, the common people. The assemblies elected officials and passed laws, the Senate was the most powerful group and handled money and foreign policy, and the magistrates were elected officials with strong powers, including the rare appointment of a dictator during emergencies, like Cincinnatus, who saved Rome and then calmly went back to farming. This system lasted a long time and inspired the writers of the United States Constitution, who borrowed ideas like three branches of government and checks and balances, while improving things by allowing women to participate fully and banning slavery, proving that Rome was influential but not perfect, and that history can come with upgrades. There you have it, folks. That is Government of the Republic Nutshelled. Thanks for stopping by Nutshelled History. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons for me. Yeah, help me expand this channel. Okay, I'll see y'all next time on Nutshelled History.